ladies and gentlemen,
What's
and welcome.
up?
Oh, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
How's it going? Yeah, we're now from I believe that's a Budweiser advert. So this week we're reviewing Budweiser adverts. Now, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to the Timeless Podcast here with Alex, and of course, as you heard, George.
What's up, guys? We are the Timeless Children. That is what I've dubbed us.
Yes, we are the
Timeless
Times.
Children. If you ever see us in public, I want you to come up to us and go, "Hey, you're the Timeless Children."
Or just go.
I am the Master. He is the Doctor.
Yes,
no, wait. Because you like Sacha Dhawan, don't you? Would you prefer to be the Master or the Doctor?
No, I don't want to be the Master. He killed a bunch of people.
I'll be the Master.
All right, you do you, man.
He killed a bunch of people. I don't care. I'll be the Master.
Plus, I think I'd rather be the Time Lord that likes to help people than be a bit off the rails. I think your personality suits the unorthodox Master. Don't really know what you're gonna say more than me. I'm a bit of a basic bitch.
Yeah, basic.
But welcome to the Timeless Podcast, whether you're listening to this on YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, or Google Podcasts.
Indeed,
yes.
We're on all of those now. Screw iTunes!
Yeah, we tried to get onto iTunes, and then
Apple's dumb.
Apple were like, you need to make an Apple ID, give us your card details. I didn't like the route it was going, so I just went, do you know what? No. Sorry, Apple. It's a no from me.
We don't like you.
I don't want to make an Apple account, because I'm not an Apple product kind of guy.
I'm not an Apple product kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm not pronouncing my T's today.
Product.
Product.
I'm not an Apple product kind of guy.
But George, how are you? How have you been doing? What have you been up to? Let us know all the details, man.
This entire Corona thing is driving me mental. Not being able to see my friends, not being able to go outside, it's really taken its toll on me this week. So I've started cycling a lot. The weather's gotten a lot better where we are. So, it's just about finding things that actually make. It's like at the beginning of this, or at the beginning of last week, I realised that my life is now just Animal Crossing and Game of Thrones. So I basically was like, I need to do some more stuff. So
except you can't do more stuff at the minute because obviously you can go out once a day and all that.
I'll be honest, I've been flaunting that rule a little bit. I've been going for a cycle in the mornings and then going out for a walk with my parents later on. Don't tell anybody except
the people that listen to this podcast. By the way, I'm not going to give away the numbers, but the numbers that you guys have been listening, and the people that have been tweeting me, and the people that have been listening, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you. We've had a massive boost going on to Stitcher and Spotify especially. There's been a lot of listeners now, and it's jumped up massively. The Mandalorian episode did really well, and so did the Visitation. It seems like the 2 episodes that we actually posted since we were on Spotify have actually done really well. So I want to thank you for that, because it's been we really wanted this to work, and I feel like now we're 10 episodes in as well. We've been doing this for 11 weeks.
Is this episode 10?
This is episode 10.
Woohoo! Look at us. I didn't think we'd get to episode 3.
No, I mean, like George said last week, if he was in charge of this, it wouldn't have gone down.
It would not have. No.
Let's just say he used to have a podcast, and he's only released 2 episodes of the thing, one of which I don't think has even went out because most of it was rambling for 2 hours. That's what I've heard, at least. Is that right?
I've had multiple podcasts.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about the one you did on Joker and stuff.
With my cousin, Just Cuz. Listen to that. We have a YouTube channel.
When was the last time you did a podcast though?
Probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, no, you did one on Joker.
It was when... it might have been about a year ago actually, because Spider-Man had just come out.
That was a year, and that was
in September of 2018.
That was 19 months ago.
Was it? So yeah, almost 2 years.
Simpler times.
Indeed.
But what have you been up to this week? Just Animal Crossing and Game of Thrones?
No, I've been cycling. I've been going on walks and stuff. I've been trying to keep sane, I think, which is the main thing.
I mean, I'm not doing too bad with the whole sane thing, because I was never sane in the first place. So yeah, no, I've been doing alright with that. No, I think these times are tough. I was saying to my family over WhatsApp now. Yeah, I've been introducing the grandparents to WhatsApp to try and, because they wanted to video call us. Yeah. So that was a fun conversation to have to ring them on the phone and try and get them to download WhatsApp and use it. they were like, we've agreed that I think this is the hardest part of the lockdown because we're in that middle stage now where we got that bad. We know there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. We just don't know when it is.
Because as of yesterday, I think for 2 days running now, I don't know what today's rates are, but haven't the death tolls been going down?
I haven't been looking because I really don't want to at the minute.
I think they've been going down, and by the looks of things, we're sort of on our way out.
Which is good. I mean, I've heard, obviously there's always reports of the lockdown could last till September, and some outlets are saying it could be over 2 weeks' time.
Yeah,
I think it'll be. I still think June is when we'll be all right. Personally, without question. I think that's going to be the earliest, which means, again, my birthday. Not going to much going to happen, but as soon as we're out, I'm setting up something for my birthday, and we're going to go do something. And we're not. It's not just going to be me and George getting drunk in my bedroom this year.
I was going to say, I'll tell you what I did this week. I got very drunk whilst on Discord to a friend.
You also, I was really worried that you were drunk as well. Another part of the week, wasn't I had to call you and be like, "Are you okay?"
You're alright. I'm like, "Nah, mate. I've just had a can, and now I'm thinking about coronavirus stuff."
Because I mean, that was with. I don't mind. I don't think you'll mind just saying his name. Wasn't that with Lewis?
No.
With Lewis? No,
it was with James.
How many people have you been watching Doctor Who with this week? You watched an episode with Lewis.
I watched. No, I didn't watch it. I got very drunk, and I watched 4 episodes. I watched. It was Midnight, Turn Left,
and
then.
So wait.
Oh, what's it called?
Stolen Earth, Journey's End.
And Journey's End, yeah.
So wait, you're telling me that person on the video call wasn't Lewis?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought you sent me a video like watching Doctor Who with Lewis.
Yeah, that was Lewis. That was the one time that I got drunk this week.
I think you said it was with James. I was like,
no. I thought you were talking about who was on the phone call with us.
Oh no! Sorry, I was like, saying it was our mate Lewis that you were Doctor Whoing with. It's like we can't watch these episodes together. We can't watch these podcasts.
Well, we can,
but it would just defeat the purpose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because we talk about it and then go. So yeah, right. This week we got Beast Below, but we also got some news to talk about.
We have news. It's time for the news.
We have news. It
hasn't got anything to do with the coronavirus?
It's not good news. It's not coronavirus related, but it's not good news.
Oh no, why?
It's unfortunate that we have lost another actor. Honor Blackman, who was best known as the Bond Girl Pussy Galore, who was also... who also was in a Doctor Who story, which is here. She was also in Terror the Vervoids. She played Professor Lasky.
Sorry.
No, it's alright. Terror the Vervoids.
Terror the Vervoids is just a bit of a...
She died at the grand age of 94. That's a good innings, to be fair. I mean, you know, she enjoyed a career spanning 8 decades as well. So
wow,
so good for you. And I just want to say as well, you know, in these times, it's obviously. I just want to say the Who community coming together again. Also, it just wasn't just the Who community; it was fans of other stuff like the Bond stuff as well coming together. So yeah, just rest in peace, because I think at this time as well, it's always a time to reflect. Right now, we've got nothing better to do. So
yeah,
you know, I mean, I think a lot of people obviously just want things to go back to normal right now, and you know, I think this was a big shock to the system for most fans, and yeah, just rest in peace. I think as well, especially when you've done eight decades in the business, like a lot of people don't last that long. So credit to you. But George, we got some other not on the level of bad news, but bad news for fans of quality movies.
Are more movies being pushed back?
Just one. It's been pushed back to the. It is now been pushed back to November 6th.
What film is it, Alex?
It is Black Widow.
No!
Will now be coming out.
That's actually a bad thing. That's a genuine reaction from me.
Yeah. Black Widow November 6th.
I try not to be genuine on this podcast, but that was a genuine no.
It was, yeah. It's. I mean, I'm happy that it's not 2021, and obviously we're hoping by September that things will go back to somewhat normal, so we get to go off and get drunk every night of the week at university.
I'm not doing that at uni. I'm going to study. I'm going to practice my art.
That'll last 2 weeks. At least we're still getting a Marvel film in 2020.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was always pulling for them to have a year off.
Yeah, to be fair.
So like, I'm not that bothered. Yeah, I think after Endgame, you just sort of break to sort of just get going.
Yeah.
And come back, just doing it, doing it all again. Before we get all started and all get ready, and because it's so difficult to understand what the hell is going on right now in the world, and we don't know when we're gonna get back to normal. So the fact that they've done this is just, it's crazy times.
Yeah.
Anyway, mate, we've got absolutely no merchandise this week, so we're not taking a trip to David Tennant's lovely little shop, as it says in our new audio thing. There's nothing this week, absolutely nothing at all.
Can we not just rant about character options again?
We can, but I was going to say, can we talk? I mean, you didn't take part in it again, but the 11th Hour rewatch was a thing.
Ah, okay.
You joined Twitter and still didn't join the rewatch.
No, I sort of forgot it was happening. I'll be honest.
We got the next one now, which is The Doctor's Wife. Neil Gaiman will be taking
When's
part. I believe this is next Friday, so not this Friday coming up. I believe it's the 17th of Friday. Of April 17th of Friday. Yeah, that's the date.
It is 17th of Friday.
17th of Friday. So yep. No, it's Saturday the 11th of April. So it's this Saturday. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, but that's when the Animal Crossing fishing tournament's on.
At 8 p.m.
Yeah, it's all day.
Yeah. But no, 11th Hour. I mean, we can't really give our opinions on the episode because we've got to review it at some point. So
11th Hour was a great episode.
Yes, it's great.
Best
but no,
series opener.
the fact that we had Matt Smith again on Twitter, Arthur Darvill, Karen Gillan, the Mothball.
What?
That's what.
Yeah, the Mothball.
Yeah, that's his nickname. He didn't appear to be drunk either.
You just gave him. What? Moffat, get back on brand.
Get the red wine out, Moff.
Get the red wine. What? Get the red wine. Get the red wine out, Moff, and write some Doctor Who.
Yeah, he was just. He kind of put out a snarky tweet, I guess, to edit towards the BBC. He was like, "Look how good the writing of this show can be when the main writer's not under pressure to get 2 different shows out at the same time."
Oh shit!
And I was like, if you think about it, when his writing started to go downhill was when he was writing Sherlock and Doctor Who in the same.
Yeah.
Year. And because if you think about it, he even knows his writing went downhill, and at least, and you know what, I think he went up again in the last series. I thought series 10 was a strong one.
Series 10 was so good
for him. I'm not gonna
really
say too much about it because I got that massive editorial coming out. But it's just, yeah, I feel sorry for him actually. And again, these rewatches, man, I know you haven't took part in any of them yet, but these are so good. Like, they're just so much fun. And it's like it's weird to know that like Matt Smith's watching an episode with you as well, and the fact that he's like so thankful. It's so nice. And also Arthur Darvill got bullied the entire time.
What did he?
I think I might have told you this. Did I tell you this?
No.
You said something about Amy in her pants or something. He was like, "Oh, Amy in her pants coming up," and then Moff, and then I think Karen Gillan replied to the tweet like, "That's enough of that, thank you." And then Moffat quote tweeted it with, "Do you ever wonder why I kept killing you off so many times?"
That's great. That's so good.
Bum 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 bum. And also, I forgot that Matt Smith said our first day on set with Arthur Darvill was also in the same hospital that our last day on set was.
Really?
In Power of Three. So.
Oh, no way.
Also, I keep forgetting that Oscar winner Olivia Colman's in that episode.
Yes.
For like 3 minutes.
She's Prisoner Zero for a little bit.
Prisoner Zero has been found. You gotta love it. It's just so good.
Prisoner Zara.
And also, there's some great stuff in it as well. What do you think of the Atraxi?
I think they should bring them back.
Big eyeball
thing. It looks cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Also, I love the scene where he's like, "Is this planet dangerous? He scans it, yes. Is this planet protected? And it goes through all the doctors, and then as it comes to 10, he walks through and says, hello, I'm the doctor. Basically,
run. So
bum, 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 bum.
Is this world, in the laws of the Atraxi, guilty of any crimes? No. Alright, good. One more, just one. Is this world protected? Because there have been so many. It's so good. It's so good.
Like, I think we'll get into this in our review in literally a couple minutes' time, but that Smith's on it straight away as the Doctor for me.
Yeah.
I mean, just his first scene where he's like, and he gets the bacon, and he's like, "Are you trying to poison me?
Are you trying to poison bad beans?
Beans are evil. Bad beans. Apples. I hate apples.
Now we're talking bread and butter. Yeah.
Also, who says that about bread and butter? I find it's the most boring thing in the world.
Bread and butter's got its place, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's alright.
Sometimes it's been quite nice.
Anyway, George, I guess it's time for that review. So please, George from the past, hit that jingle.
It is time for the review!
A horse and a man above below. One has a plan, but both must go. Though the man above might say hello, expect no love from the beast below.
I found it's a spaceship.
I'm in the future. Like hundreds of years in the future.
Those things, the smiling fellas in the booze, they're everywhere.
There's a darkness in the heart of the spaceship. It threatens every one of us.
This isn't a trick, this is for real. You've got to find the doctor and get him back to the TARDIS. Don't let him investigate. Stop him, do whatever you have to. Just please get the doctor off this ship.
Well, what did you guys think of that then? I also got a trailer this week. I believe the way to pronounce the channel is Veritissima Productions. His link will be down in the description. I say his, I don't know the gender. That was my bad. So yeah, the link will be down in the description, as well as the person that did our theme, Dalekanium as well. Their link's down in the description as well. Brilliant.
It's the synopsis corner now.
I was trying to be really nice to people.
I'm butting in. Thank you for lending your glorious trailers and musics to us, but it's time for my synopsis.
George Tucker's synopsis corner.
No, yeah, you know what? That'll be the intro, right?
No, you gotta do one. I'm always the prelude. I'm always the prelude. No,
that's
please.
This week that is it.
What?
That is it. This week.
Stupid, mate.
That is George Tucker's synopsis corner intro.
I thought you said that's just the whole synopsis corner.
No. Right. Let's do this. The Beast Below. Basically, Starship UK is the UK in a starship. The Doctor lands as he's investigating and all of that rubbish, but immediately feels that something's up. There's a lot of nice sleight of camera and everything in the first couple of scenes, which I'll get onto in a bit, which I really like as a media student. But basically, the Doctor's saying to Amy, it's her first time out of Ledworth, and he's like, look around. Can you see anything weird, out of shape, anything going wrong? And Amy's like, I don't really know. I can't see it. There's a bicycle on a spaceship. That's not quite normal, is it? And then the Doctor's like, look at the details, Amy. And she's like, I don't know. Anyway, there's a little girl crying, and the Doctor bumps into her. Turns out her name's Mandy. Amy goes to follow her and talks to her and everything, and finds that this weird alien thing is coming up out of the ground. And then she comes out and she's surrounded by men in hoods, and it's looking a bit weird. She wakes up in a booth, and she is given the choice to forget or protest. And if she presses the protest button, from what she's seen with the alien coming out the ground and everything, even if 1.1% or 0.1% of Starship UK's people press that button, then everything explodes and everything's bye Star Whale. So a big old flash of images comes up, and she presses forget. Amy has no idea why she's done this, but a message has been recorded saying, "You've got to get the Doctor off this ship." And basically, the Doctor comes in and is like, Amy, what did you do? She's like, you decided for me. He protests. And they end up in this big mouth, and it's a tongue. It's all foomy. Then they get thrown up. They are throw up. They get sent to a tube where the Doctor basically, before all of this, the Doctor was going around placing glasses of water on the floor, and there were still glasses of water, and he has been followed by a woman, and she's like,
Why did you place the place of glass on the floor?
and he's like, "What, are you wearing a mask?" She's like,
Because I'm the darkness.
and then she's like,
The mystics say that the man with unearthly knowledge will place a glass on the floor. You're the Doctor.
and he's like, "Yes, and you're Bane." And then basically it's crazy and all that shit. Skip forward again. They're in the tongue. They've just been thrown up, and the woman's back, and she's got guns, and she's like blah 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 blah. Turns out she's the queen. She's Liz 10, and she's awesome. And then basically a bunch of shit happens.
I'm the
Turns
bloody
out
queen, mate.
she's the bloody queen, mate. Basically, she rules. A lot of shit happens, and they end up in the Tower of London, where it turns out that Starship UK has been built on the back of a giant whale.
Whale.
A star whale, the last of its kind. And they're torturing its open brain to make it go faster and to make it do what they want. The Doctor completely overreacts when Amy's like, "Oh, I must have decided to not tell you this, blah, 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 and forget it." And the Doctor's like, "Nobody human has anything to say to me today." He completely overreacts. It's really stupid.
I disagree. I disagree. I guess we'll get into this. This
Okay.
in the review.
Okay.
I disagree completely.
So he overreacts. And then he's like, when you don't decide what I need to know, blah, 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 blah. All of this shit. And then he basically he decides to try to kill the star whale so that Starship UK just drift through space, basically.
He's going to turn it into a vegetable, isn't he?
Yes, he's going to turn it into a vegetable.
So it can't feel the pain anymore, but it's
a
still
giant carrot. Basically, Amy sees through what the star whale was actually doing. The star whale came in a time of need, and it's the last of its kind, and there were children crying, and blah, 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 blah. She's like, the star whale's actually the Doctor. It's not actually the Doctor, it's the same sort of premise as the Doctor.
Could be, Time's Child. Could
Thank you, Chibbers.
Could Time Lord regenerate into some whales?
I don't know, they might as well be able to.
I guess. Do they have to be humanoids? Can they regenerate into animals?
Basically, Amy has pressed abdicate, and she's like, "Oh, what? This is going on, this, that, and the other. Hopefully I did it right." And it turns out that the star whale has increased speed, and then everything's happy, and they've saved the star whale from being tortured, and Starship UK still flies on. And at the end of the episode, you see the crack.
And that's not even it, though, because the Doctor gets a phone call.
Oh, he gets a phone call from the Prime Minister. Which one? The British one. Which one? Winston Churchill.
Oh, hello, love.
Hello, love. How are you? We might have a problem. I've met that bloke. He's very nice.
Too. He's a very lovely bloke.
He's a very nice
Also, I just want to point it out, because we probably won't ever talk about the scene in this review, at least. I love the scene of the shadow of the Dalek. He's like,
yeah.
I think we might have a problem here.
have a problem here, yeah.
Just like, oh, God.
So cool.
Right, George, The Beast Below. What did you think?
I really like this episode. I remember really liking it when it was on for the first time and it aired. I still like it now.
I think it's a tale of two halves for me.
Yeah?
I think the first 15 minutes or so are boring. But as soon as Amy gets captured and she's in that abdicate room, I'm all in. You know, as soon as that stuff happens. But the first 15 minutes, I don't like the pre-titles with that little, no offense to the young child, but the one doing that weird poem, she's awful. Like, it's not even scary, it's just like...
Well,
above and below,
yeah,
one has a smile and both must go.
I like the idea of I like the look of Starship UK and the smilers in the beginning, but just that bit takes me out. And then the bit with Amy on the outside is fine, it's whatever. I also watched this with the deleted scene on the Blu-ray, where Amy's
the in between the episode 1.5 or whatever.
Yeah. So I watched that, but no, I got really bored. I was like, for like the first 15 minutes, I was just like, they're just wandering about, and we're not really learning anything new. They just keep adding stuff. But I think
Yeah.
after that first 15 minutes, that second half is really good. Like as soon as like the mystery's on the way, as soon as Amy gets captured and we see that video message where she's like, "You got to get the doctor out," I'm in for the story then. But that first 15 minutes, it's just, I think if they could have condensed it down to about 7 or 8, and it would have been a lot more snappy.
I quite like I like this episode as a whole, really. I don't find it boring at the beginning because they're trying to. It's quite a big concept that they're trying to.
Yes, it's very similar to the end of the world actually, in terms of how big the concept is, especially because it's the Doctor's second story, which
Yes,
is Eccleston
of
as well.
It's a big thing, and also I don't know if you knew this, but this would also be the basis of one of the Doctor Who games for DS that came out.
No,
Basically, I think it's the DS game. They find another settlement of Earth, and I can't remember which starship it is, but it's before they take off, and they basically have to help them take off so that they don't get killed.
oh my god, that's insane. Sorry, George, I forgot to go through the preamble. So this episode was written by Stephen Moffat and and directed by Andrew Gunn. It was.
I honestly thought you were about to say Andrew Garfield then. I was like, whoa.
It was produced by Peter Bennett and it was released on the 10th of April 2010.
Okay.
So it's almost its 10th anniversary actually. It will be.
It will be its 10th anniversary when it goes out.
We did it.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
Happy 10 years, Beast
Happy
Pillow.
10 years, Beast. Yeah, Beast.
We're filming this on the 7th, by the way. So
That's crazy. We didn't actually realise.
That's mental. I genuinely did these at random. So I definitely didn't know that. That was just mental.
That's so cool.
So yeah, the 10th of April 2010. But no, like you said, I think for me, the first 10 minutes is okay. It's just a bit meh. Like it's not the most, like, say for example, right, episodes that have really, really good first 10 minutes. Things like Utopia. Like the first 10, like that is interesting.
Oh yeah, because it's introducing Jack back into it.
No, but not even that. Like you get teleported to a new place and you're like immediately they're attacked by the future kind and stuff. Whereas this, they're just sort of walking about for 10 minutes. And the water stuff's cool. I really like the Smilers where the Doctor's like, look around, everything's all grungy except them.
Did you notice? He's like, look closer. Do you see anything? And literally in the background of that scene, the only Smiler in the entire street is like visible as he's saying, look closer.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As like sleight of camera as a media student, that's the sort that I love.
No, I didn't pick up on this, but again, though I did watch it at 12 o'clock at night and was very tired. So yeah. But no, I think you got more out of the first 10 minutes. And what did you like about it? I just thought it was really plodding.
I like how it sets things up because it's a massive concept and everything, and there's a lot to look at. I feel because they obviously like the entire. It's supposed to be feeling the wonder that Amy is feeling and everything, and that sort of feel that she is. The beginning is like her sort of coming to terms that yes, this is a time and space machine. I'm in space, and then the entire bit where she's like hanging out of the door and everything. It's so good.
Yeah, that's stuff I like. I mean, I don't mind that too much. I didn't mind the character of Mandy. When I started the episode, I was like, oh no, it's gonna be one of those annoying kid actors.
She can actually sort of act.
She's actually pretty alright. Because she's around for the whole episode for some reason. Like Liz, like she could have gone after the first bit with after Amy comes out of the room and the Doctor goes, no, we're hitting whatever it is, the other button that isn't forget. It's not abdicate, it's the other one. What is it, George?
It's protest.
But yeah, it's hitting the protest button and they go down into the whale. It's a weird episode, guys. If you haven't, I mean, I assume you've seen it, but she could have left them, but no, Liz 10 just brings her along because, I guess. But as soon as they go in, as soon as we get that scene where like it's like if you choose to protest, I like that sort of stuff. Like we hope you make the right decision, because you get that a lot in this episode as well. Like even Liz 10 says to supposedly herself, "I hope you have the strength to make the right decision."
Yeah,
and all that stuff. We have a lot of I don't know what the word is, peer pressure, I guess.
Yeah.
There's this underline of pressure, and even the Doctor has a lot of pressure on him at the end to make the decision of what does he do. And again, I know you said it was overacting, and I'll get into it when we get to the latter half of the story.
I didn't say it was overacting. I said it was overreacting.
Okay,
like it's in the Doctor's character that I have the problem.
I don't
with
think
that.
it's wrong, but I'll get
No?
into it. No, I don't think it's wrong at all. I think it's brilliant.
'Cause, like the acting itself is fantastic.
No, I
The
think
reaction of the character I'm talking about is a bit ridiculous for me.
I don't think it was overreacting by the character. But I just have to say, I really liked throughout the episode, even in that bit, maybe you didn't, I really liked the relationship between Amy and the Doctor in this one, throughout.
Yeah?
Because it's you can tell that this is a new relationship going on.
Yeah,
here.
there's the entire bit where, right at the beginning, you might have missed it, but they were setting up the entire, the Doctor and Rory's feud sort of thing. Because he's like, see, now do you believe me? And he's literally holding her waist, and then he, like, looks at what he's doing, and he's like, ah, shit. And he sort of, like, stands back and is like, like, recomposes himself and all of that stuff. And Amy's just, like, looking out of the TARDIS, and he's like, I probably shouldn't have been doing that.
To be fair though, the 11th Doctor's a bit weird with the way when he slaps Clara's ass at one point in Series 7.
Yes, he does, doesn't he?
It's so strange.
He's a...
No, I love Matt Smith. I love Matt Smith as the Doctor. And as a person, he just seems like a chill dude. I don't know him. I'd love to meet him. One day.
Let's meet him one day.
I swear.
One day.
I swear.
We shall meet.
Yes, we shall
Till
meet.
then.
Obviously, no regrets, no anxiety, no tears.
No. You must go forward in all of your beliefs
And prove to
and
me.
prove to me that I will meet Matt Smith one day.
I've not seen Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Have you not?
Have you?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's a classic that you've seen that I haven't. Never seen.
Yeah, man.
I've got BritBox. I might pop it on.
It's good.
But again, I really like the relationship throughout, especially again because you can tell also it's new in other ways. Like Amy's sort of, but she's not useless in this one. She's not trying to follow the Doctor around like a.
No, but I think she's trying to prove herself, isn't she?
Yeah, and also because it starts out, I really like you could already tell what Amy's characteristics are, like when she like goes through the lock and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's
Of
like,
course.
I just really like Amy as a character.
And then they place a bit more of the entire like I don't really want to get married stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of married stuff. Poor Rory, man, because you really learn to
I
love
know,
Rory
right?
as a character.
Yeah.
He's not a bad
Rory's
dude. He
great.
just
I
loves
was gonna
Amy,
say.
and you know, it's so good. Like their relationship, it's so good. It's complicated, but I like it because it's realistic as well.
Yeah.
Because isn't Amy meant to be like what 22, 20?
I think so. Yeah.
It's very young at the time. I do enjoy all the stuff from 11th Hour, like Prison Zero, all that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's
14 years since Fish Custard.
all, just it's all mental. It's all mental. But we said Amy gets captured and we get that lovely presented video. But until that point, I'm just not really invested. Like the Doctor's like, oh, there's that great bit of dialogue again. The Moffat's dialogue or something.
The Moffats.
So yeah, as I was saying, as soon as we hit that button and they go into the. By the way, the look of the tongue, it's really good. They have like this red filter on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is really, really good. I just really like the fact that they're like, oh, what is it? And then he has to tell Amy, it's a tongue.
It's a big scary word. Yeah. It's a tongue. What? A great big tongue.
I love how the Doctor's so excitable.
Yeah. He loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That old man.
And he's like, sorry, Amy, but I've got to do this. I'm vibrating, the blah de blah. And she's like, oh, what would that do? Well, get ready.
Well, get ready. This isn't going to be big on dignity.
And then she's like, oh, something smells. And he's like, yeah, it's not something. And she's...
Yep.
It's just brilliant, isn't it? It's just brilliant. I just really...
It is good.
It's just good fun. And that's the first time we get a Geronimo.
Geronimo!
Which would become a staple of the 11th Doctor.
Indeed.
I
Well,
think-
actually, it's not the first time we get a Geronimo.
We don't get one in...
We get it in End of Time Part 2.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, it's literally like, he goes, Geronimo! As he's like,
Oh, of course he
falling
does.
down.
Okay,
You
of course he
fool.
does. My bad. I don't like End of Time Part 2, so I think I've already seen it.
I love it.
I don't want to go. Yeah, please leave earlier, mate. Jesus Christ. Sorry, 10. I love you, Liz 10.
Liz 10.
But what was I gonna say? It's Geronimo is a lot better than Hoodaman.
Yeah.
I love it. To be fair, we never really seen, especially when the Doctors have had catchphrases, we never really had to see them test them out before.
No.
They sort of just got them and it sort of stuck. I like the fact that the 11th Doctor.
Alon Zeros, Tyler. Like that's.
Yeah, I love how the 11th Doctor sort of got it wrong in the first
Who
time.
the man?
Who the man?
Oh, never said
Nah,
that.
again. But then we get Geronimo, they get out to this door, and again we get that clause of if you forget, you can go back up to the surface. Nothing will go wrong. And at the end, there's a smiler. I love that scene where the Doctor's like, nah, this ain't going to work on me, Sunshine.
Yeah, that's not going to work on me, Sunshine. What are you doing with the people who are coming down here?
By the way, I just
and
want
then
to
Liz
say,
10 comes in and she's like,
yeah.
down!
By the way, the design of the smilers is really cool as well.
It's creepy, isn't it?
And I don't like their voice either.
Yeah. Bad boy, Timmy.
Poor Timmy.
Bad boy, Timmy.
Whenever I think of Timmy, I think of that kid from Happy Wheels. If you know what I mean?
Timmy, yeah.
That you can just throw off the bike.
Yeah, I know exactly the kid.
But again, the smilers are really cool. But I do like the fact they have. I always thought they only had 2 modes. I forgot the angry face.
Yeah, man.
The angry face is always a weird one.
The original thumbnail for this video was going to be a Bohemian Rhapsody of
Smilers.
all of the smiler faces, but then I was like, that's too easy. Like, I don't wanna
Easy
do that.
come, easy go. But no, this is when we get the really nice reveal that Liz is the bloody queen, mate.
She's the bloody queen.
And
Basically,
also, I love it when she's making fun. She's like, "Oh, you met Queen Vic. She wasn't a fan of you. She knighted you and banished you in the same day. Oh my!
Yeah.
And that Virgin
Exiled you
Queen,
in the
you
same
dirty
day.
boy."
You bad boy. Don't ever say dirty boy to me.
That's what
ever
I thought. I
again.
thought it was dirty.
She says
boy.
you bad boy
They're-
and down!
They're as bad as each other with Moffat writing, aren't they?
Yes.
Bad. You could just imagine what kind of sexual thing could I put in here?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know more.
Don't
I'll
want
be
to know
honest.
more. And it's sort of, we don't really get a payoff to that till Day of the Doctor as well. He gets on with Stacey.
No, of course.
Stacey.
Yeah.
And he creates the machine that goes ding when there's stuff.
Is it a machine that goes ding when there's stuff?
Also can download comics.
In the future, I never really know when to stop.
If I could download comics from the future, I wouldn't know when to stop.
No, neither would I.
But no, this is where we get a really, really, really cool scene where Liz takes up the smilers again, and then we kind of go back to her palace, and there's a bunch of glasses, and she's like, the glasses are the thing that remind me of my country that's falling.
No, she's like that. My government is holding secrets from me, and shit like that, isn't it? Yeah.
And then the Doctor's like, yeah, but your mask, Liz, it's old. And she's like, yeah, so what? It's like, but it's perfectly moulded to your face. And she's like, what are you on about? What does that mean? And he's like, it means everything. And then it seems like her personal.
It means that you're old. Lad.
It's like her personal guard have come in. And then it turns out there's half human, half, which I thought was a really cool thing.
Yeah, half human, half smiler.
I really like the effect as well on the side of their necks, where you could tell they put the prosthetic of the back of the smile. I thought it looked legit, which is important. And then bloody Hawthorne, he's been behind it, or so we think, the entire time. And they keep saying they're working on the highest authority, and she's like, "I am the highest authority," and they're like, "Yes, Mom.
You are.
You'll come with us now, Mom." And we get this really harrowing scene, and we see the fact that this poor creature's being like electrocuted in the brain.
Tortured,
And
yeah.
It's awful. And even she's like, "You'll stop us now." And then they're like, "Can you watch this video though, please, first?" You know. She's like, "Do you know what? Sure." But I do like the thing where she's like, "It's been a long 10 years." And
Yeah.
it's like, they say they slow down your body clock, all right.
But it wasn't 10 years.
It wasn't 50 years. It's been
Yeah, it wasn't 50 years.
more like 300.
More like closer 300, yeah.
She's like, "No, 10 years. 10 years I've been on this throne. The same 10 years."
10 years
Over
over
and
and over again.
over.
Oh, it's so good. It's
That's
such
when
like a-
Moffat's like, that is a Sherlock plot if I've ever seen one in Doctor Who. It's just like, oh, the big twist. But then they watch this video, and it's the scene of it's this video of Liz like They're crying, blood, blah. They're like, I hope you made the right choice. Hope you have the strength to make the right choice. Obviously, we don't know what Liz is. I guess that means forget. But is that where the true strength comes from?
I don't know. I feel like that's the glory of the episode, isn't it? It's up to you to be like, is this okay? Would it be okay to do that in the future?
And then obviously they're like, we have to feed these bad humans to the Star World, but it doesn't eat the children.
It's literally they literally say we feed it people of little worth. So that's me and you gone.
Yeah, we're making a podcast, mate. We ain't big worth. I love I'm still looking. If you look at me on Facecam, I'm still looking at the corner where the spiders were. I know they're dead. I feel like I'm on Metabilis 3 right now.
Planet of the Spiders, yeah.
And then we get that brilliant scene where the Doctor gets
in a safe room
And then, right, I think this is gonna be the only place that we disagree on this review. We get the wonderful scene where the Doctor's slowly working out what the humans have done.
Yes.
And he works out what Liz has done for so long in charge, and he works out that why Amy wanted to get him off the ship, because he'd have the impossible choice between the last of its kind and humans, and even Amy knows that would be a difficult choice. And then we get the scene of like, what are we going to do, Doctor? And the Doctor's not talking to him. He's like, you have no right to talk to me.
Yeah, he's like, nobody human has anything to say to me
and
today.
I love that, because it's
just
no, I don't.
Yeah, go on.
You know what? I'm going to defend it
stuff.
because I think because this is a hard choice for the Doctor.
Yeah,
because there's so foreshadowed in the episode as well. The Doctor doesn't like to see any children cry, but he also knows what it's like to be the last of its race, and he's got to make the tough decision to kill one or the other. He's killing a bunch of people, either way, or the last of its kind. And Amy made the choice. She doesn't remember it, but Amy would make that choice again if she saw the video again. And that's why he knows that humans are weak and aren't, don't, they're not strong enough to realise what they're doing is wrong because they're scared of their own mortality.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great scene where he goes, no human has the right to talk to me today. And it's so good because the Doctor's helping the humans, but he knows that they're the ones that have done wrong. They're the ones that have put him in this position.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas
I
not.
can see that, yeah.
Obviously, technically, the Star World just came there. I really like that twist as well, where Amy works it out. And she's like, sorry, Your Majesty, I've got to borrow you. And he's like, no, what have you done? And she's like, absolutely nothing. And then
am I right?
And then bloody Hawthorne's like, we've increased speed.
Enter the atmosphere.
Bloody Hawthorne. He seems like an alright chap, to be fair.
He looks like Peter Capaldi.
He doesn't look.
I genuinely thought, when I first saw the episode, I was like, he's the bloke from... I was like, hang on.
Modern art.
Modern art.
I don't think Caecilius would be on Starship UK, though.
He might be.
He'd be on Starship Italy, wouldn't he?
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, that would make sense.
Are you Scottish? I like that scene about Scottish getting independence as well.
Yeah, you sound Scottish.
Which was very...
So they must be around here somewhere. No, they wanted their own ship.
Get on.
Oh, good for them.
It's just... Yeah, I do. So why do you think it's overdone? I mean, even if what I've said is perhaps it's giving you a different perspective.
I just think that it's a slight overreaction towards Amy.
No, because Amy is again put him in the position. Really?
Yeah, but she didn't know she was doing it.
Yeah, but she still did. And if she remembered now, she would do the same thing again. That's the problem. If she saw what she saw, she would do the same again. It doesn't matter whether she remembers or not, she still did it.
I suppose.
It's like it's like if you'd done something and you were really drunk and you broke something.
Yeah.
The fact that you're drunk and you forgot doesn't make it right.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I agree with you now. It's just I feel like the Doctor, as a character, I feel like would have more sympathy towards Amy at that point.
No, I'm sorry, I don't think so. Because he's about to kill the last of its kind. And at the moment, he thinks he is the last of his kind because he thinks the Master's gone again.
True.
Until Missy, when it comes in, because the 11th Doctor never met the Master, which is still the biggest crime to me. I would have loved to have seen him face some version of the Master. And I think to that point, every Doctor since the Master was introduced has fought the Master.
Yeah, true.
Pertwee, Baker, Davidson,
Baker.
Colin Baker,
Yeah.
Sylvester McGann. Oh no, Eccleston didn't, but
No,
Tennant did.
no.
Oh, I don't know. But no, yeah, I really like that scene because he's not really just angry at Amy, he's angry at these set of humans, which he loves dearly, but they are making the wrong decision.
Yeah.
And he knows that now they're stuck in this position of they have to save, he has to kill, he can't even kill the whale. He can't even put it out of its misery. He's got to essentially turn it into a vegetable.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I've got 3 options. 1, I let you torture this thing and continue going. 2, I release it and you will die. 3, I give it a slow...
a quick, painless death.
A quick, painless
Not
death.
a slow, painless death. Could you imagine?
It's
That would be
not
horrible.
Whittaker.
Yeah.
But no, I
Yeah.
wanted to point out as well, which we said we'd talk about this before. We'll get into that when we talk about characters, but I think there's a lot to talk about on the characters on this one.
Yeah, I like a lot of them.
It's just, and I think it enriches a lot of the ending as well when Amy and the Doctor hug. And I think if you understand the argument, you get that a lot more because obviously the Doctor, we've seen that he's kind of been all around about. He hasn't really had a friend since Donna, which we don't know how long it's been for him. Really, in the timeline, he hasn't had a friend in a while. And obviously we see especially the 11th Doctor, like in the Snowman, when he hasn't had a friend in so long, he goes off the rails. He needs someone to keep him down.
Yeah, he goes Dr. Victorious.
Oh no, the 11th Doctor doesn't go Dr. Victorious.
Time Lord Victorious.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
No, I'm talking about David Tennant.
I'm talking about Matt
He's
Smith.
not had a friend in a while.
I'm talking about Matt Smith. Matt Smith just gets really grumpy. If you think like the Snowman, he's like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm gonna sit in my TARDIS.
Well, no, that's because his friend literally died.
I'm gonna spend my time in the TARDIS in the clouds.
I'm gonna read.
By the way, I really like the TARDIS in the clouds. Why couldn't have you just gone off with Victoria and Clara? I know every Doctor Who fan said it, but it would have been so much better.
It would have been, yeah.
It would have just been so much. I actually like that character. But then we get a really lovely scene where they like reunite and they're like hugging and stuff, and it's just like so nice. And she's like, "You could have killed a star whale," and she's like, "Yep, didn't." And I just really like that stuff, like the really early stuff between Amy and Rory, where they're not quite got that friendship yet. Because I don't like the I get straight out. I don't like the sexual stuff between them. Because I like to think of the Doctor as like sort of like their best mate, and it's that sort of thing rather than
like, Series 6.
Yeah, like, like throughout Series 6, I think it's brilliant. I think some of the stories in Series 6 are utter trash.
Yeah.
But I really like. I think that is like the peak for that trio.
Yeah.
I really like when Rory is actually around as well. He's a good counterbalance.
Is actually a companion. Yeah.
I mean, like he's really good in Series 5.
And
he's
there's
really
the entire. There's the entire short where the TARDIS lands inside the TARDIS, and Rory is helping the Doctor, and they just end up being really good mates.
Yeah, they're just really good mates, aren't they? Because like the rivalry sort of ends after Amy's choice a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, when Amy actually marries Rory and everything.
Yeah, and he's like, I came here for the dancing.
I only came for the dancing. I moved the box.
And it's a crazy little thing called love.
Yeah.
I also love in that scene. It's the Doctor. How did we forget the Doctor?
How did we forget the Doctor? Hello, I'm Amy's imaginary friend. But I came anyway.
Also, I like the fact that we never see Amy's parents ever again.
Yeah, Augustus Pond.
Augustus
and whatever
Pond.
her mum was
I
called.
don't know. Bloody Augustus Pond.
Augustus Pond.
This thing called love, it cries in a great long night.
I like the little excerpts that you hear of his speech, where it's like when she refused to go to school because she thought her head teacher was a cartoon, like all of that stuff. It's really good. Anyway, that's for a later episode.
And then we get a lovely. Oh my god, I'm popular. We get a brilliant scene where they're like walking back to the TARDIS, and she's like, "Are we not going to say goodbye?" And the Doctor's like, "No." And then she's like, "Why wouldn't you? Don't you think they'll wonder where we are?" And he'll be like, "Yep." And they'll be writing songs for centuries.
Yeah. The songs they will sing.
I can't wait to get to Gridlock, which is actually on our thing
list for this year. Yeah.
And that's going to be difficult for us to get through towards the end as well.
I like Gridlock.
Yeah, I like Gridlock, but we had to do a college project for Gridlock, where we remade the scene, and it's not very good on any account. mainly because my actual least favourite part is the fact that there's a bin in the background that has the address of where the city where we live. It's actually United Kingdom under it and stuff. It's just it's so random and awful.
We literally found an alley and was like, this.
Yeah, just check for needles. Oh wait, there's none. Brilliant, we're good.
We probably could have found somewhere better.
Oh, we definitely could have, but we filmed it in one day.
True.
And we did it. Even though
That's an accomplishment.
yeah, it was alright. If you want to take a positive from it,
Which I'm going to try and do.
which I'm going to try and do. And then we get the lovely call from Winston Churchill. I kind of miss stuff like this in Doctor Who.
Yeah, where each episode leads on to the next sort of
Because
thing.
like, you could still have the Doctor just randomly have adventures in between. I can imagine the Doctor
Yeah.
being like, we'll just do this later, love.
Like, it's the entire thing where the Doctor in Big Bang is like going back through and having flashbacks, and we see a bunch of stuff that wasn't actually in any episodes. It's like, oh, this is the other time when we went to Space Beach.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I always wanted to
yeah.
go to a space beach.
Yeah, man.
See what it's like, you know. Just interested. Is it like is Ibiza 13 a space beach?
No, I think it's a space club.
I've been to Ibiza.
Maybe Ibiza 13 is where they DT found Jack in the last episode.
Maybe.
When he gives him the letter and he's like, his name is Alonso. Maybe that's Ibiza 13.
It could be Ibiza 13. I wonder what Alonso's doing in Ibiza 13.
He's important, isn't he? No pun intended.
You know, it's just it's fun. It's just fun. But no, that leads on to the next episode, Victory of the Daleks. But before we get into our scores on the doors, as we normally do, again, I want to apologise for this episode probably being just under an hour or just slightly over. It's going to be a bit shorter because there was no merch to talk about. Normally we like to argue about merch because it's all rubbish. So then we'll talk about the ones that are important. What do you think about good old Mandy, Hannah Sharp?
She actually wasn't that bad.
I thought she was a very good anchor to introduce Starship UK and like all the contrast to Amy, of how Amy doesn't understand any of it, and Mandy's sort of like, well, why don't you understand this thing? We're not allowed to do this. And she's very good at setting up the world, like you said in that first bit. That's what she's there for. I don't get why she stays around.
I think it's so that there's the entire when she reunites with Timmy and she's like, Timmy, it's me.
And Timmy's not having anything.
Mandy. He's like, who the fuck are you?
I don't think he can remember anything, can he?
No, probably traumatized, to be fair. Who's this next character?
The next character is good old Hawthorne, the little
Hawthorne, the old bloke.
The old bloke, the little man.
He was alright. He served his purpose, you know. It wasn't too thrilling, but wasn't too bad either.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's just
wow, it is.
It is what it is. You know, he's just one of the. I like the twist because he's sort of set up to be the bad guy, isn't he? He's sort of like, you think he's the one that's up to something because at the start he's like, we have to let Liz know that he's here and he's in the dark, and I like the twist. No, he's actually just a loyal, subject, and he just wants the best for Starship UK. And I like that twist because again, it's Moffat being really smart in the opening bits and just subverting expectations, but not doing it for the sake of it, making it so the story makes sense. You know, this is the script where Moffat worked backwards.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that because I feel like that worked better. Because you could tell in the later Moffat scripts he got the idea and then put a twist inside of the idea rather than thinking of the twist first and wrapping the idea around the twist so the twist makes sense. He would just implode a twist and everyone would go, well, that don't make no fucking sense.
Oh, yeah.
So no, I really enjoyed that. I really liked his character as well. He was very small, but what he did was quite prominent. Because I mean, he was sort of because again, he was like the faux bad guy at the start.
Yeah.
Well, Liz 10, Sophie Okonedo. That's my best.
She's awesome.
I really like Liz 10.
So cool, yeah.
And in my memory, this isn't her only appearance. Is that right?
No, she is she meets River
At the beginning of Pandorica.
at beginning of Pandorica opens. Yeah.
Yes, because isn't there Vincent van Gogh painting in her archives?
Yes, it is.
But no, I thought she was really good. I just think she's just a great side character. Like, she's up there for me in them. Again, because this story, I think it's... What is it with episode 2s and being really put under the rug of, like, they're so underrated? Like, Tooth and Claw's underrated, man.
Yeah.
And that's a
I
really
agree.
good... This isn't really, like... That's just a really good story where you meet Queen Victoria and she's great. Bit of running queen.
Yeah.
I feel that. You know, it's, I really like Tooth and Claw. I think Shakespeare Code's underrated.
Shakespeare Code, so good. I
Fires
love
of
Shakespeare
Pompeii
Code.
is great. This is good. Day of the Moon, okay, that one's not underrated. It's just great. I could go on and on. Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, I like. I don't think it's fun. Say with that what you will. Say if that sums up my personality. I don't really care. I really like it.
Fair enough.
And then, oh no, Into the Dalek. Okay, maybe not. Oh no. Witch is Familiar. Oh no. Smile. Oh no.
That Smile was alright.
Oh no. Emoji Bots. Oh.
Yeah.
And then Ghost Monument, that was alright. And then Spyfall Part 2, that was good. So well, the Chibnall era got better, but the latter Moffat, the Capaldi episode 2s were, come to think of it. But no, I thought Liz was really good. And I really like the twist. I like how the actor as well, Sophie, does a really good job at portraying the confusion as well, because she is so sure of her life, and she's like I like the scene as well where she's now not believing her government anymore. She doesn't know who she is. She's sort of confused and conflicted. There's a lot to these characters, which is why I like them. Even a small character like Hawthorne, there's a lot of, like, you already know why he's doing what he's doing. He's not just there. And I thought Liz 10 was one of the better characters, side characters in series 5.
I
mean, no one can beat
no
one can beat Vincent, because
no. Oh, no way.
because
No
it's
way.
Vincent and he's fantastic.
Vincent, yeah.
But I thought Liz 10 was really strong. As well. She's a character that you like instantly. Even in that weird scene where they're in the corridor and the tubes aren't connected, and it's all about the water and she's wearing the mask and she's all a bit creepy. You're still like, who is this? And then when you finally meet her and you get the cool bit with the guns and stuff.
And the doctor's like, you look a lot better without your mask. And she's like, thanks.
You know, it's just it's great fun.
It's good TV.
It's good. And then let's talk about someone who's gone on to do bigger and better things than Doctor Who. Sorry, it is true. Karen Gillan, Amy Pond.
Karen, of course, Amy's great in this episode.
Amy's brilliant in this.
Amy's great. It's the second episode.
And again, I think her and Matt have just really good chemistry. You could tell they're just really good mates.
Yeah.
I like doesn't like again. Like when they're arguing really well. It doesn't seem fake. When they're smiling and laughing, you can tell they're just having great fun.
Yeah.
It seems like they work really well together. And that's why for me, especially when Rory joins, this is my definitive TARDIS team. This is my favourite one. And I think Amy in this story is really good as well. The acting of... The only time I thought, oh, is this a bit hammy, is when she's crying. She's like, you've got to get the doctor out. I'm like, is it just... I mean, obviously she's not really crying. I mean, she could be really crying, I don't know. But it just didn't seem too legitimate. But that's a nitpick, if anything. And then Matt Smith, I thought he was fantastic. I genuinely thought he was great. I know you had that bit of overacting. I thought he was brilliant.
I find that I think I said this to you earlier, off pod. That he does what Jodie Whittaker took like a series and a half to do, and he does it in 2 episodes.
Yeah, and
which is just become the Doctor.
I don't blame Jodie wholeheartedly. I think
100%. It's writing and all of that rubbish.
Yeah, and also I think he got there faster than David Tennant. So
yeah.
I think David Tennant took a bit of a while to get into the Doctor for me. And I like him in Series 4 where George doesn't, so...
No, right, it's not that I don't like him, I just find that he's become a caricature of the Doctor. Series 3 is golden time.
Oh, yes. I can't do it, but you got it. But no.
Oh, yes!
I love Matt Smith, he's so warm as a character. He's immediately like going over, seeing if people are okay. Like, you could just tell he's a guy that wants to help people. Like, you could tell he's the complete difference to where Tennant ended up. He's not got an ego at all. And I like the fact that we've wiped the slate clean. And he never really gets one, to be fair. His last moments is him staying in one planet for so long just to protect it. You know? He never really gets that ego. And I love that scene. It's like, no human has the right to talk to me today. I love that scene. I think it's great. And I just think it's phenomenal. And because he has that range of emotions of that lovable, young kind of guy, but that old Time Lord person as well. The anger, the happiness, the sad. It's so good. And that scene where they hug, it warms my heart, man. Because in that episode, like, you can just tell that, like, this is the 11th Doctor's first real test.
Yeah.
And, like, he's got to learn that his friends are his friends and all that. Again, it's classic Doctor Who first story stuff, but it's a good formula. Why break the formula?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I agree with that 100%.
One thing I want to point out as well is that Murray's music in this is great.
Oh, of course it is. It's Murray Gold. We miss him.
I don't.
I like Murray.
I've heard he's a bit of a prat, to be honest, in real life.
Fair enough.
I've heard he's not one to talk to fans or anything. He doesn't really like it. But no, I thought his music was really good. Obviously, this is the first time you get like that Amy and the TARDIS theme, which is like ooh, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Ooh.
But no, it's just again really good stuff. We get a bit of into no, I Am the Doctor. The
Yeah.
Which again is the massive issue with the 11th Doctor, is that thing is in every single episode.
It's so overused.
Like, it's a great bit of music, and they knew they had a great bit of music on their hands for sure.
Oh, 100%,
but it's so overdone. Like, it is. It's a bit. It's just not. That's all the strange creatures.
Oh, of course it is. Why am I singing that? That's a good song as well.
Every time I hear that, I just envision Utopia and them running away from the future kind.
Yeah. Oh, I've missed this.
Why
did I start singing that?
Got it in my head now. Are you singing the Mission Impossible theme now? I thought you were going to go just singing different theme songs now. This is your entertainment for Fridays, guys. Again though, I thought Smith was amazing. Murray was great. Anything else you want to mention? I thought the direction was really strong actually. Andrew Gunn was really good in this one. He's from Dorset as well, so good stuff.
Really nice. Nearby.
Yeah, nice. I'll just go quickly check what other because I recognise his name. Just give me 2 seconds. I recognise his name quite a bit. Go on to TARDIS Wiki, they'll tell me. Go on TARDIS Wiki. He only did Beast Below and Victory of the Daleks. Wow. I thought he would have done more. So he did the next story as well, which is I don't remember what Victory of the Daleks looks like, but this one I thought looked really nice.
Victory of the Daleks is great. I watched that last night actually.
Oh, so you didn't watch 11th Hour, but you watched Victory of the Daleks?
Yeah.
How strange. I know which one out of the two I would have rather watched. But no, I think it's time for scores and the doors, mate. I don't know whose turn it is to go first.
I don't really care.
I always forget.
You just go first.
Hang on. What number is it? If it's, I'll let you go first last time. So this is you, me, you, me, you, me, you, me.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna give it. Oh, I'm between two numbers at the minute. Can you go first, actually? I want to see whether your number helps me. What choice?
I give this episode an 8. I give it an 8. I find that its direction is very good. It's a solid story. It's a solid characters and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously not going to be the best episode ever. It's the second episode of a series.
No.
They never are.
The only thing she's rated lower are Visitation, Can You Hear Me, Praxias.
Okay.
I actually think Visitation's a lot better than this story, which I rated an 8. I'm going to give this a 6.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there's a lot better in Series 5. If you did an episode ranking of Series 5, this would be bottom half.
Okay.
I prefer.
Okay.
I prefer the Angels two-parter. I don't. Vampires of Venice is on the same level for this to me. You got Amy's Choice, which is brilliant. Then you got.
Did you notice as well? In this episode, the Doctor actually says, "What will Amy choose?" And it's
Oh, little do we know that's the episode come out later. So there we go, guys.
Yeah.
And I believe that gives the episode this could be our lowest rated episode. No, it's not. It gets 14 and
I
a.
was hoping it would.
It gets 14 and a half out of 5. It is my lowest. It's not. It's on the same level as Praxeus for me. Which, yeah, I'd agree. This is the same level as Praxeus for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you enjoy this one a lot more than I think it's fine. But,
I think it would probably be to do with the fact that I grew up with this episode.
oh yeah, I didn't watch this.
You came in series 6, right?
7 part 2.
You peasant. Yeah. How?
I was in a Minecraft group. I'll tell you the story. Why not? We need to pad for time. I was in a Minecraft group, and we were doing our things on our server. You know, I think we were doing Pixelmon at the time. If you
Nice. Pixelmon's great, isn't it?
If we already had a gaming channel, we should do Pixelmon. Got to catch them all.
Yeah, man.
And they were like, right, we're going to go down and watch Doctor Who. And I remember going, oh no, not this piece of shit. Literally, that was what I was thinking. But I was like, look, I've got 45 minutes. I don't want to be sat in the server alone. I'll go watch it. And then I was like, this is actually really good. It's much better than that episode with the massive what.
Which episode was it?
This must have been one with the Shard. Not Ashad, the Shard. Where Matt's supposed to be
okay.
Spoonheads.
Okay. The Bells of St. John.
Yes, that one. And I was watching this going, that's alright, this is a lot better than I remember the weird spaghetti monsters and the wasp thing. That was shit, so that was my actual thought. I was like, this is a lot better than that, because I still don't like... I enjoy Planet of the Ood now. What's it called? The Unicorn and the Wasp is still whatever. Sorry, George.
It's because you're afraid of wasps.
No, I don't. I'm not afraid of... I ate a wasp. I beat the wasp.
You ate a wasp?
When I was like 2, one flew in my mouth and I ate it. It kind of, yeah, sort of sums up a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It says a lot. But how did you get into Doctor Who? Was yours a lot more mundane?
Mine was, it was 2005, and my mum was scrolling through the telly box, and she said, I used to watch Doctor Who when I was a kid, and she put on Rose. And then I watched it, and I fell in love, and I've literally been obsessed with Doctor Who ever since. Like that is it. That's as much as I remember.
Yeah.
I have vivid memories of being sat at my nan and granddad's and watching Age of Steel, being over my nan and granddad's on Christmas Day and watching Voyage of the Damned, all of that sort of stuff. It was great.
This is something you might not know, but my dad's really into classic Who. He loves it.
Really?
He once for Christmas got me, like, you know, my massive Doctor Who collection.
Yeah.
30 of those DVDs were from one Christmas when I first got into classic Doctor Who. He was, and I remember the Horror Channel did a lot of repeats of them, and that was before I think I even got into Modern Who again. So I remember watching episodes like Horror, Fam Rock. I don't know whether you've seen that one. Is that on my list? No, it's not. But I remember doing stuff like that, and again, just getting into like that. So I really enjoy classic Who. I don't know. What's your opinion from modern to classic? Do you prefer put it on the same level, or do you prefer modern?
I for a nostalgia point of view, I prefer modern, but they are rated in my head as the same thing. Like,
yeah, I think they're the same.
They're the same show,
and I think there are a lot of classics which are a lot better than most of them on series. Like Genesis of the Daleks is a genuinely brilliant story.
Do I have the right? Yes.
Yes, you do. And so for me, I don't know whether I prefer. I really, if I was in the mood for a random episode of Doctor Who, I'd probably put on a modern series episode. However, if I was like, right, I'm in a Doctor Who mood, I normally go towards classic.
Yeah.
I'm currently reading a book, which I'm saying, yeah, I know I'm reading a book.
What are you up to?
Scales of Injustice by Gary Russell, which is the Third Doctor and Liz Shaw Silurian story. And
I was gonna say, you always ask me what I do, but I never ask you.
You never do.
And it makes me, I'm sorry, man. What are you up to?
I've
this
been
week?
reading a book. I went outside.
Have you?
I went to a forest and I sat down and read a book.
Nice.
Because there's a little forest near. You've seen the stream from my good old vlog.
Yeah.
I went a bit further out. There's a nice little sitting area there. No one ever goes there because it's a crap hole. But I was just sat there, nice weather, reading a book. And the book is kind of cemented into episodes, so it's like you're literally reading just a classic.
Yeah.
Classic
Yeah, you told me
Who
about this.
story, and it's really good. I'd recommend getting it. It was $7.99 on Amazon right now. It's really good stuff. I really enjoyed it. But apart from that, I've been doing my new job that I've got, which took up a lot of time.
And what's that?
My editing thing I told you about. That
Yeah.
took me 6 hours to complete.
Wow.
So yeah, that was the editing.
Keeps you busy though,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
and I get money.
Time
The
of
editing I did on
boredom,
it
and
was,
you get money for it, yeah.
The editing, I mean, the interest is that I'm not going to get into what I thought. I'll tell you this in a bit. But yeah, that took a lot of time. So yeah, that was me this week. I was trying to think today. Oh yeah, I've been doing some more Disney Plus Lilo and Stitch watching.
Nice.
But no, next week we're doing Mandalorian, which is fun. Chapters 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And it's been really annoying because all my friends in the Doctor Who chat have been teasing me like, the Mandalorian gets really, really good. You won't believe when blank happens. And I'm like, oh. But they're like,
Thanks, guys.
they're like, oh, you can't wait till this bit happens and this bit. And I'm like, stop saying it so vaguely. They're literally. So yeah, apparently it gets really good. It was really good last week. But this week, guys, I think George had a much more positive time with this one than I did. Was it
Yeah.
nostalgia? I think it's part nostalgia and part you genuinely think the story's better.
No, I just like the story. I like Doctor Who, man.
I
What
like
can
Doctor
say?
Who too. We still want to be fair, neither of us are giving anything lower than a 6.5.
Huh?
Neither of us are giving anything lower than a 6.5
Yes.
yet.
Yet.
But no, there won't be a Doctor Who episode like we said like 2 minutes ago. Next week will be Mandalorian. Do you want me to tell you the next Doctor Who story we're reviewing, or do you want me to say that till next week?
I bet I can guess it.
Go on.
It's a classic Doctor Who, isn't it?
It is.
Oh shit! Is it? I don't know. Go on.
Pyramids of Mars, Sutek.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, that'll be 2 weeks' time. But next week we've got Mandalorian to deal with. Also, hang on, I've got a complaint. Why isn't Onward on Disney Plus UK?
Huh?
Why isn't Onward on Disney Plus UK?
Oh, I know, right? It's
Well,
really
I've seen the movie, so I'm not too bothered. But George didn't go out and get it, watch it in theaters. Fake animation
No.
fan. I
Well,
thought you'd be the first in the seats to
Look, just because I can't afford it,
sneak in. They never check your tickets anyway.
I'm not sneaking in.
Oh yeah, that'd be
That would be worse than not seeing the film.
true.
I think.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but
But it's not going to stop me from getting a VPN.
yeah, you can't. That's not how Disney Plus works. You can't.
Yeah, it is. You can get a
can't
VPN
use a
and
VPN
watch the-
because it's you either get an English account or an American account. So they've duped the VPN
Oh,
users.
shit.
So if you signed up in England, you get an English account. Because I know the YouTuber Seamus Gorman, who set up his account in America, he's now in the UK and he can still watch Onward without using a VPN because he's got an American
Lucky
account.
git.
So you can't use VPN on Disney Plus, which in a way is smart. I don't know why
Yeah,
Netflix
it is.
haven't done that. Because obviously it's all licensing and stuff, and I'm pretty sure the companies that license aren't going to be happy with certain things being seen in the UK or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a dodgy thing. I don't ever bother with VPNs because people are like, people get your bank details on your computer, and I'm like, I don't have my bank details on my things. I find that's a bit strange anyway. But anyway, guys, that's this week's pod done. We'll be back next week, and hopefully by then the website will be up. I'm planning on making a website as well, just to make it look all fancy. But now, guys, look. During the wrap-up, I just want to say, if you guys are listening on Spotify, Stitcher, Google, we thank you so much. Even if you're just watching the YouTube stuff, we genuinely appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Yes, we do.
You guys are so awesome. It's unbelievable. It's it's been so fun, especially I think George would agree that to get to 10 episodes. We've been doing this for technically 11 weeks, 10 episodes, because we missed a week where my audio corrupted. So this would be
Yeah.
episode 11, but it's not, it's episode 10. But guys, as I said, next week Mandalorian parts 3 and 4. I'm excited to jump back into the Mandalorian. I just don't want
So am
it to
I.
get too good to the point where I'm like, I'll just watch the next one now. I want it to.
Yeah. Problem. That is a problem that we
I don't
might
know what we're going to do when we
face.
get to two-parters in Modern Who. Do we review them 1 week and then the next week, or do we review
Oh, that's a point.
one
yeah.
massive story? Because I think
Yeah, we'll do it as one.
one big one.
Yeah.
I didn't put any two-parters down this year for that reason, just so we could work it all out. But no, I said if you're here for the next Doctor Who episode, it will be the Pyramids of Mars. But if you are joining us next week for Mandalorian, then as I said, we'll be here next Friday. But guys, until next time, it's been awesome. Stay safe, everyone, and
Wash your
we'll see you
hands and
next
stay
week.
inside.
All the best. Goodbye.